Okay, so we're gonna discuss the 2-3-2. So some things you need to know before I can get into any of the discussion. We're gonna have we always do formation back to front. Okay, so when I say 2-3-2, we always start from the back. All right, and it always excludes the goalie. We're not talking about the goalie. So 2 in the back, 3 in the middle, and 2 up front. So a 2-3-2. There are other formations that we could potentially play, but this is a good one to always start out with. Sometimes other teams, and maybe even us, we will play a 3-1-3. Okay, so 3 in the back, 1 through the middle, and 3 up on top. All right, that's another formation. The other 2 teams are going to play a 3-2-2. 3 in the back, 2 and 2. 2 mids and 2 up on top. All right, so those are just some of the formations that we can play. But today, we're going to talk about our 2-3-2. All right. I have them labeled. All right. Left back, right back. These are 2 back players. All right. No longer are you thinking about yourself as a defender or a forward or a mid. Okay. Or defenders or forwards. We don't use that terminology anymore. From here on out, it's you're either playing in the back, you're playing up on top, or you're playing through the middle. Okay? You're either playing on the outside left back or right back. All right? You're gonna play in the mid. Some of you might play through the middle. We need a center mid. Okay? So a mid that's in the middle, playing in the middle. And then we also need an outside mid left and an outside mid right. All right? And if you're not playing in the back, you're not playing in the middle, then you're going to be playing up on top. And we call those strikers. So left striker, I need someone to play, since there's only 2 of you, you really need somebody to find this side of the field, which is going to be the left side, and you're going to need somebody to find this side of the field, which is going to be the right side. And this is the ball. Boop, right there. What I want to talk about here is, and I think you've seen this in some of my other videos, is just kind of keeping shape. So when we play a 2 in the back, 3 through the middle, and 2 up on top, we have 2 shapes that we need to look at. Okay? You can think of it as one person in a big circle. Okay? And when we think about it that way, we have all these triangles now. You see? All these triangles. And that's great for our passing game. All right? So as we're advancing the ball, we're going from our defensive end to our attacking end. We're attacking this way. We want to keep that shape. All right? We want to keep triangle options here. We've done a lot of 3v3 lately because I like to play in triangles. A lot of the game, the way I teach my players is to play in triangles and diamonds. Triangles and diamonds. So even within these triangles, you also have diamonds. And the diamond can be split onto 2 sides of the field. This is the diamond, which is like the left side diamond. Between center mid, an outside mid, your back, and your striker, you have a diamond. All right? You also have another diamond on the other side of the field. Okay? And this diamond is your right side back, your right side mid, and your right striker and your center mid. So some of you might be realizing too, now that I've given you a couple different shapes, how key the center mid is. So even as we're playing throughout the game, there might be a situation where this outside center mid drops back into this center and the center mid plays out. Well, now this outside mid that started outside is now center mid. So you need to be aware of those positionings, okay? And you need to see how important this center mid is, because this is really the link to everything else. All right? One thing that I have to really stress and talk about, which I've stressed and talked about in some of my other videos, and that is this. I don't teach my players defense. You're a defender or striker, kind of like what I said earlier. All right? I teach my players shape. So, and I teach my players to try to move off the ball and keep that shape. So when we have possession of the ball, that means we have it. When we have possession of the ball, how can we keep the shape and move off the ball? So if she decides to make a run up here, well, we've lost our diamond. So how can others react to try to maintain that diamond around her, or triangles for that matter? So if this is what started out as my, this started out as my center mid. So let's say she makes a run to the outside like this, okay? Well, how can we keep the diamond? Well, okay, we have a diamond here, we have a triangle here and here, all right? Maybe she's got to push up into here, and now all of a sudden we have the diamond here. So we have the outside, the center mid now becomes more of the striker because she's up on top of the diamond. So we created a new diamond, but people are in different spots of the diamond, all right? So focus on the shapes, please. Don't focus on, well, I play striker, I play back, you really have to kind of understand, know how to play everywhere on the field, all right? Okay, so those are some things to keep in mind, and as we're going through all this. On offense, what is it that we're trying to do? Well, we're trying to maintain the shape. So if the ball's way over here, and let's say we're all advancing, because when we don't have the ball, we're all advancing together, okay? We don't just have two players that stay back here and then the rest are up here. We don't do that. We don't keep shape then, okay? We all advance together and we keep the shape, okay? All right, so let's say my outside mid has it here, okay? My striker up on top of the diamond is going to be playing in here. My center mid is going to be playing in here, and my outside back is going to be here, all right? This is going to kind of shift over, and shift over, like that. Okay, so now you can see as we advance the ball, we all shifted to the side that the ball's on, all right? And we kept our shape here. We want to keep our shape, particularly if you're close to the ball. You want to keep, particularly if you want to keep that shape, all right? Out here is a little bit different story, but we still want to kind of try to maintain that shape. Some key things when we're on offense. Let's bring you back here. We're gonna call. I talk a lot about shifting. All right, we have to shift together. We have to shift together from here to here, here to here. We also have to shift together when we're moving to the side or to the other side. All right. Before I begin about talking about shifting, you have to understand one thing. When I talk about strong side or side, that's the side with the ball. Okay? So if you're on the side with the ball, that's the strong side. If you're not on the side of the ball, that's called weak side. All right? So she's strong side, she's strong side. Center mid's always going to be, for the most part, strong side anywhere on the field because that's what the center mid does. They play in center of the play. All right? Center of the play. So wherever the play is, that center mid has to be center of that play. All right? These three are considered weak side players. All right? So they're not on the side where the ball is. All right? So weak side, strong side. If I switch the ball over here, now they become strong side. This is weak side. Okay? So going back to shifting. When we're shifting, let's say the ball's here. So we got the right outside, right center, the right. So basically we have, we have three center mids here. This is center mid, this is outside center mid, this is outside center mid. All right? So what we do here is we're going to shift. And if my one player shifts in the back, my other player has to shift with them. All right? And the biggest thing is the reason why we do that is because we want to make sure we protect the middle of the field. And that's the middle of the field. We want to protect all that. We can't have that exposed anywhere on the field, whether we're here, or we're here. We can't have this center of the field exposed. We want to protect it. Okay? The other reason why is because when we're on offense, we need support passes. Okay? So if she has the ball here, and she's advancing this way, and she's gonna come this way up here, and my center mid is gonna, my center of the play mid here is gonna be here. All right? She might come out to the outside here and look for the ball outside here. Well, she's got to step in here. She's got to fill that gap. Okay, I'll show you again. Okay, let's say she makes the run on the outside. This outside back now steps in for her right here. So we keep that shape, and now we have a run. Now we have a run that's being made off the ball. All right? Maybe she's in trouble. Maybe she's got a defender on her. She's got pressure. All right? She could drop it back. All right? And look, we have a triangle here. All right? That's another reason why we shift. If she didn't shift over, then we wouldn't have a support pass there. We wouldn't have an option here. She wouldn't be an option really. Okay? She wouldn't. This is too far apart on the field. So she's got to shift over right about here. All right? Then we shift over. Okay? All right? Now, same goes up on top for my strikers. Same thing. If my striker plays up on top over here and she's got the ball over here, then my other striker needs to be up on top here. She drives back here up on top and shifts over. All right. If you were to split the field in half like this, these are good markers. Okay? So you don't want to be too far over, all right? You don't want to be so far over like this because that's not keeping shape. All right? This other striker here should be right around here. This is kind of the center of the field here. All right? So that's a good indicator for you. Looking at if you were to split the field in half this way. This is where you want to stay when your other striker is out on this far side here. Commits to that side. All right, and the same thing. Let's say the ball advances, gets played back, and we swing it this way. If this striker comes out deep here for the pass, this striker cannot stand here. We have to shift. All right, because we need to keep triangles and we need to keep diamonds. Okay, and of course these people are shifting too. Right here. Shift and shift through the middle. There we go. In here. Beautiful. All right. So we got a whole bunch of triangle options. All right. And we got a diamond option here and a diamond option here. Lots of passing options there. All right, so that's some understanding of shifting and when we have the ball, when we have possession of the ball. All right, let's talk a little bit about when you're the center of the play, that center mid. All right, center mid means this. We might be locked up here on the outside here, like this. All right, and I might have some players here and here, like this. Okay, center mid means, when we say center mid, it doesn't mean you stay center of this field. That's not necessarily what it means. It just means you stay center of the play. So you really should be tucked in here, so that you can do 1-2 passing, 1-2 pass away, 1-2 pass away from the rest of your teammates. All right? So sometimes my center mids, they get caught too far over to the side. Or they get caught too far up. Or too far over. And really the center mid, basically, they're responsible, they're like the connector. Okay? So they connect the front to the back. They connect the back to the front. They connect one side to the other side. One side to the other side. So you really do it all if you're playing that center mid. So it's really important to understand that positioning of staying center of the play. Okay? All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the ideas of offense, some of these principles of offense. All right, I know some of you, I think most of you see my principles of defense, just like we have principles that we need to keep in mind when we're defending. We also have principles when we're keeping in mind for attacking when we have the ball. One of the things that we really want to do is keep space. Okay, we got to open up the field to keep space, and this is something that I've been seeing and watching in the 3v3 games that we've been playing lately, is that we don't do the little things that we need to do in order to keep the space. And what are some of those little things? Running backwards. Okay, that seems weird and it seems odd, but you have to do that, and that's why we've been practicing that in our conditioning. Running backwards. All right, so let's say she's here. Okay. Let's put a couple of their defenders out on the board here. All right. Okay, she has this this striker up on top can run backwards like this and create space now. She just created, see if she's here, this is what we call a flat diamond. It's, a flat triangle. It's from here to here, it's smushed. What we want is a deep triangle. Like this. So from here to here, it's really long. Okay? And she can do that by backing up and running backwards. Well, why does she want to run backwards? Well, I teach my strikers to play with their back turned towards the goal. Most of the time, not all the time. There will be times where you have to face the front and make me run on this way. But what I really like to try to teach my strikers is their back has to be towards the goal. All right, so we might get a pass here, and then what we'll do is we'll play off of you. All right, so then she might make a move over here, and we play here, and now you turn around and go forward here. All right, so we're running backwards here. The other thing is this back might be too squished up for these for support for these guys. Okay, so just like I talked about a shortened triangle going this way. Well, that could be the same way for this. Okay? That's a very short triangle. That's a shortened triangle. We need to open it up more. We need to create a deep triangle like that. So how do we do that? Well, she runs backwards and open into space. Okay? So when you play your 3v3s, you want to really, especially because it's a smaller field, use the space, as much space as you possibly can. And the way you do that is running backwards so that your hips and you're still facing the field. That's why we run backwards. Okay, so you can still see the ball, you can still see the play, and your hips are open to the field. All right? If she turned around and ran this way with her back turned towards the plate, she can't see anything. All right? So we got to run backwards. And if she gets past the ball, her hips are open now, so she can either play this way really quick, or she can play this way really quick. And that's the beautiful thing about having open hips. Now you have options. When you don't have your hips open to the play, then you limit your options as to where you can go with your first touch, or if you want to do 2 touches in order to play fast. All right? So keep your hips open. Hips open, running backwards in order to create space. As soon as she gets the ball, this person, let's say my back gets supported back, this person, this outside back now is gonna drop back because we're gonna be a support for her and we're trying to create diamonds. So if you don't drop back, this is a squish diamond. Drop back, open up the diamond here. This player can drop over here. Now we have a diamond going this way. We have triangles. I think I said diamond, I meant triangle there. So this triangle right here, we wanna open that up, all right? So, one of the principles of offense, opening up the field. If we open up the field, all of the defenders on the other team, okay, all the other teams will follow. They'll follow. So if she opens up, she's here and she's here. Look at how crowded this middle is. Okay? If she runs backwards, she will most likely follow. If she runs over to the side over here, she will most likely follow. Now that opens up space. That opens up space for her maybe to make a run here, or for her to check to here, or for her to check to here. So you really want to open up, right? When we're on offense, we open up. When we're on defense, we close it in. We don't want space through the middle, all right? But right now we're talking about offense. All right. So I think that kind of covers the gist of it for a 2-3-2 when we're on offense. Defense. Okay, one thing in a 2-3-2 is that, let's see, there we go. Okay, so these people have to work together, and these people have to work together, and these three have to work together, and you also have to work together this way, and you also have to work together here, all right? There's a lot of working together going on. When we don't have the ball, who's on defense? We all are, okay? So let's say they have the ball. Let's get out some of their players so that you can see how we match up here. And most likely, all the other teams will play a 2-3-2 here. All right. I lost one, so I had to substitute one of these. But just, okay, so just know that. So they have 2 in the back, 3 through the middle, and they have 2 up on top. And they're going this way. We're going this way. All right? We lost the ball. We don't have it. They have it. All right. So who's responsible for the pressure? I know you saw the video about principles of defense. I know you heard me talk about pressure and cover. Okay? So if we lost the ball here, if one of their back lines lost the ball, one of my top strikers is responsible for the pressure. They are the first defender now, okay? All right? So now we are all defenders, and she's the first defender because she's the one that's putting pressure on the ball. We need immediate pressure, all right? They're going to be moving off the ball to try to get open. We're going to shift together as a team. So she's going to come in here and protect the middle, all right? So she's going to anticipate. Anticipate means you expect the pass. So you're going to expect a pass to come here. So you're going to be ready for it, all right? And you're going to try to jump it if you can to steal the ball, all right? We're not going to play on a defensive end individually. We're not going to necessarily play to follow the person, especially if they're not in the middle of the field. If they're in the middle of the field and they have the ball, yes, you want to be tight pressure, tight cover like this, tight, even if she doesn't have the ball, especially if you're through the middle here. Okay, if you're not through the middle, if the ball's on the outside, these channels here on the outside, then we're going to lay off of them a little bit. And the reason why is because one of the first principles, or one of the first important ideas of defense is we have to protect the middle. So by coming out here and playing direct defense, it opens up this lane here through this middle here. We don't want that. We want to take that pass away, so we're going to come inside on the inside a little bit. Okay? Now she gets past the ball. Now you go put pressure. And this person now drops back here. Okay? We're not going to stay up here. We're going to drop back. All right? Because now you become the cover. See? We talked about pressure, cover, right? So you become the cover for her. So if she gets beat on the inside, you're there to help her out. That's why you drop back. You're not going to stay up here. All right? If you play up on top there. All right, what are these people going to do over here? So let's say she has the ball. This other team, this outside mid has the ball for the other team. So she's going to go put pressure right away. She's going to drop back here. All right? This center mid is going to pop right in the middle here, and be careful of this. They're going to be watching this player, all right? As long as she's making runs and you keep her in front of you, that's fine. As soon as she overlaps you like this, and now you're behind the play, and now that's trouble, okay? We don't want that. So you have to almost run backwards again, or on the side of her like this to keep her in front of you. Keep her in front of you at all times, all right? So we're going to position you here for now. We're going to position their center mid here for now. All right? We're going to position this outside, right striker, okay? We're going to position her back through the middle like this, okay? Because one of the principles of defense is compactness, and this is how we're compacting the middle of the field, all right? We're not going to, as soon as we stay spread out, it leaves the middle open, and that's bad for us and good for the other team. But as soon as we lose the ball, we're going to stick through the middle here and be patient and compact the middle of the field. This player, okay, she's probably going to move to the outside because she's going to want the ball here. And she's going to shift over like she should, all right? So what does that mean for these players? This player then shifts over here, all right? And we're going to stay on the inside of her to protect the middle of the field. We're not going to be on the outside here. She's going to turn and go directly in. We're going to be on the middle side, okay? We call that goal side. Goal side, this is your goal. Get goal side of her, all right? This is not goal. Your goal's not on this side of you. The goal's on this side, so goal side like this, all right? She's probably going to come over here. So what is this right back, oops, there you go. So this is the left back, should be here. Outside, this is my outside mid. That's who should be taken care of. There we go. All right, now so what is this right back gonna do? Well, this right back is gonna come right in here. Right in here. Why? Because the ball's on this side of the field and we're trying to protect this middle area right here, okay? We're gonna watch her though. You are responsible for watching her and watching the ball at the same time. If she tries to make a run through like this, through the middle or through here like this, that is when you go in on her tight like this and follow her and keep her in front of you, all right? But let's just stick her out here for now, all right? We're gonna compact this middle right here. Good. Now, here's the thing about in a 2-3-2 on the defensive side of things. We only have 2 people in our back line. They have 3 in the middle. The other team has 3 in the middle. So what if we have 3 in the middle. So what if this outside mid then comes here, and let's say they swing the ball, and now she's wide open, right? Well, who's responsible for her then? My outside mid on the weak side, okay? On the weak side. So the ball came from here, this side, this is strong side, this is weak side. When we don't have the ball, okay, and the ball is not on your side, outside mids have got to drop back and play like one of the third back line defense people. Okay, so you're gonna drop back like this because she's gonna try to get open through here, especially if they swing it this way. She's gonna think she's open. So we're gonna protect the middle here, and as soon as she gets, you're gonna keep her in front of you, all right? And as soon as she gets the ball, now you're the first defender. You're pressuring, all right? So I'll show you kind of again. What this looks like. Here's their player. She has the ball. Let's say that's their outside mid. Here's their back and their 2 backs. Here's their 1 center mid here. Here's their outside mid here. Here's one of their forwards or strikers, and here's one of the strikers. Okay, so she's gonna come You guys are all putting pressure, pressure. You're shifting. She's got to come back and shift back too. All right? And let's say the ball swings. Boop, boop. Okay? Now you're responsible for coming to put pressure here. They're probably going to shift over like this. You're going to have to shift over with them. And now this, because she's on the weak side, is going to drop back. So it's like we have 3 in the back at all times when the ball is coming down our way. All right, when we don't have the ball and they're advancing, we want 3 in the back. Okay, she's going to keep an eye out here. All right, she's going to keep an eye, you're going to keep an eye on her. All right. You're going to keep an eye on this situation, but you're also going to watch this player as she's running through. All right? And if it's a fast transition for them, if they go through here, and let's say she's making the run in here, and now you try to intercept here. All right? So dropping back on the weak side for outside mids, for any of the outside mids. You're dropping back when we don't have the ball, and it's weak side. All right? Okay, so I think that's the gist of it for a 2-3-2, and that's really what, I don't want to get into any more detail or anything right now. I think this is gonna, I need to give you some time to kind of mull this over and think about it. And process it and be able to apply it in the game. And then we'll add on top of this as the year goes on.